And welcome back to my channel. Today I've got an update. One of the projects that I've been working on is a web and mobile app. I've been working on it for a month and a half, and let me tell you, it's been quite the roller coaster ride. Some highs, some lows, mostly learning, frustration, and a whole lot of coding. So stick with me for full updates, and I promise there will be a few gems of wisdom along the way. And if you're in the same boat as me, trying to build your own project, well, grab your cup of coffee, tea, cookie, relax, and let's dive in. So let's talk about the tech stack that I'm using for most of my mobile web apps. I'm using VS Code as an editor, React JS, React Native for to transfer to my mobile apps. Next.js, I'm using Firebase for the backend, and I'm using Stripe for my payment processing, whether that's for a single purchase or a subscription. I mostly use Stripe. Now, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. As much as I've been plugging away at this project, I'm still facing some issues. If you're wondering whether building a web app or a mobile app is all smooth sailing, let me tell you, it's not. It's more like trying to navigate through a storm with a leaky boat. But hey, I signed up for this, right? So, one of the challenges that I have, and believe me, I had many challenges. I don't know why I always call them biggest challenges, but that's what it feels like when you're working alone in the beginning. So I've faced this, and I've been running the app on a browser. It's one of those moments where you feel like, did I miss something? I know the theory, I know the steps, but when I hit start and nothing happens, well, that's when the fun begins, right? I've been having some frustrations seeing errors in the console, and it's like the app is giving me the silent treatment. And here's where the debugging process becomes a real test of patience. And I have to figure out where to go, where to start, reading the debugging console, and trying to figure out, okay, what part of it is going wrong. And with React, one of the things that I learned was that there's like a system, and if you don't have that system correct and React of where your files are located, which folders and the files are in this folder, it's a whole structure, and you have to get it correct, or React will just act so crazy. So you have to get that straight. But here's the thing, this is all a part of the journey. If you want to get better at coding, especially building web or mobile apps, you just can't copy and paste from like ChatGPT or some of these other code editors. Nope, you got to roll up your sleeves, dig into the details, and learn from your mistakes. I've been watching endless um, YouTube videos and trying to figure out exactly, where in my documentation I'm going wrong, and how did other developers fix their issues. It feels like every step forward is followed by a many step back. But here's my advice for anyone in the same boat: when it gets tough, and trust me, it will, take a breather. No, seriously. Step away for about 20 minutes, go for a walk, make a cup of tea, coffee, or just breathe. I know this sounds cliche, but sometimes taking a break is exactly what you need to clear your mind and look at the problem with fresh eyes. You'll be amazed at how often the solution is right in front of you, but you're too tired or too frustrated to kind of like see it and figure it out. And then when you come back, take a moment to reflect. The progress you made, even if it's tiny, it's progress. And before you know it, you'll be fixing those bugs and running your app like a pro. And it's all about persistence. Just because you hit a wall doesn't mean you should stop. It just means you need to find another way to work it out. So let's talk about the good stuff. The moments when, you know, you see those bugs in the console, you try to figure them out, but then you have those mini celebrations, like when on my mobile app side of it, when I actually got one of the screens up and running and I could visually see something on the screen and it was exactly how I wanted it. Oh my gosh, I was just jumping for joy in my heart, smiling from ear to ear, actually clapping with myself, because you got to start somewhere, and getting the first version up and running is a huge win. And on the design side, I've been working on the UX UI interface as well. It's all about creating a beautiful and functional experience as well for the users. So I've been spending some time on things like branding, logo, and icons. It's not just about the app working, but also making sure it feels like something people want to use every day. And here's the most important part. When you are building something like this, you're going to have those days where everything feels like, it's going to fall apart. But it's the days when those things go wrong that you teach yourself and you learn the most. That's when you level up. So, here's a couple of little tips. Debugging is part of the process. It's going to test your patience. It breaks up the monotony, but it also helps you to learn. Breaks are very important. Don't be afraid to step away, and when you're feeling frustrated, just get up, walk, drink some coffee, drink some water, take a breath, stretch. Also, learn from your mistakes. Don't just copy and paste from these AI softwares. Understand what's going on behind the scene. Go to that YouTube video and try to learn. It's the best part of it. And celebrate those small wins. Even getting your first app version up and running is a major accomplishment. And above all, keep pushing forward no matter how hard it gets. All right, that's it for today's update on my one of my apps. I'll be back with more updates soon on this app as well as other things that I'm doing. I'll dive into the next projects and what I'm working on. But for now, keep coding, keep learning, and keep growing. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates. Until next time, stay techie and remember the journey's just as important as the destination.